Hello everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coastin and a very exciting Disney video on the channel, as today we are over here at one of my favourite places in the world, Disneyland Paris, to start our 3-day trip over here at the parks, including such places as, of course, Disneyland Park itself, which is right behind me.
One of the best theme parks
in the world. This is Walt Disney Studio Park, which is just about there. And so much more in the hotels, Disney Village, and the list goes on. And whilst there's my favourite songs in the background, welcoming us into the park, we're going to see who we're joining with today. And of course, we've got HUGO himself. First trip over to the park.
First trip this year.
Yes. A first trip total. Are you excited?
Yes, very excited. I was just thinking, I was in the Disney spirit already, but the Monsters Inc. theme came on. Oh, it's so good to be back.
You're excited though, you're like, just the songs are good. You got like Monsters Inc., you have the Incredibles music, all these songs, you're so excited to get into the park itself. And also a stay with JAYDEN. And it'll be your first time to the Avengers campus over at the Walt Disney Studios Park. You've been to one in California, but not yet one over here in Paris. So are you excited for your day over here?
Yeah, very excited. I think it's going to be amazing throughout Disney.
Obviously.
It's actually my second favourite Disney park of all time. The only one that overtakes it is Disney's California Adventure.
Oh, and I do go. It's such some beautiful parks on it. I don't want to go into it more in Adam.
Yeah.
So are you also excited for today?
Oh, you know, I'm so excited, of course, to be back at another Disney resort again. I mean, we can't wait too long without going back to another one. Our last Disney resort was actually Disneyland in Anaheim. And of course California in December. We're being back here at our home Disney resort. It's always special for me, I love this place. And yeah, you know, it's just so nice to be back. Of course, the two parks as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, I do agree. I love this place so much. Getting through here, as always, very quick. We're over here for the Magic House today, and this day for the Davey Crocket Resort, which will be all part of our travel vlog. That is also over here on the channel. But we're now making our way in to Disneyland Paris for our first time this trip, and it's still as exciting as the last. 8:26 and we are now allowed in the park, only at Disney. Through the ticket gates only around 8:32. We got in the wrong line unfortunately, but here we now go into Maze USA. And of course, I don't think I've ever been through this entrance before. It's a bit weird, I don't normally go through the middle one. But honestly, this bit here, walk through here, it's actually quite nice going through this way. Because, and you come up here, you got Mickey and Minnie up there welcoming you into the park. You got all of the cars and trams going around, and already you just feel immersed in the magic over here. I mean, every time I walk through here, I don't always cry, but I always get a tear or two in my eyes. I mean, look at it, oh, it's amazing. The song's playing, not actually a massive fan of the song, but HUGO and JAYDEN are. How do you feel to be back here, down Maze USA at Disneyland Paris?
This smile's not put on, that's what I'm saying.
I know, every time you go here, I'm like, the crew is just so immersive. The music's playing out. You got Winnie the Pooh just down there. Oh, that's amazing. And JAYDEN, excited, Jen?
Yeah, very.
Oh, love it here. I mean, every time. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning down here. Look at that. Oh, Adam.
It's so good to be back, honestly. No matter whatever Disney resort you go to, there's always something about walking on Main Street USA again. Of course, I know one Disney resort doesn't have it, which I believe is Shanghai, but seriously, this area is unbelievable. Of course, with the cast at the end and the soundtrack and everything. Oh, so good. I
know. Every time I go through, when we get on a parade, okay, normally, it is absolutely amazing, and when you come down here, no matter whether it is early hours or in the middle of the day, take some time to appreciate this area.
Honestly.
You also just walk past and don't really take it in, but this is an area, basically, going to say. There's not into any rides, but it's just stunning. I'm also here, the song playing, oh, I love it so much. And the end of the canvas, something I really like to do down here because it is so amazing. But to start off our day over here at Disneyland Paris, we're going to head over towards Discoveryland. And the reason for that is because some lands I don't think open up to a little bit later on. Plus, we always go to Discoveryland. You go on High Mountain early on, get that right out of the way. You can then knock out every ride there with like a 5 or 10 minute queue. Meaning you're one of the major lands out of the park before the park even opens. But of course, as always, bring it up now. Do the day how you want to do it. Some people right now who are going, you know what? I really want to go on one of those cars down there. And those cars normally operate either at the start or the end of the day. So be aware and coming over here, if you want to do those cars, you're going to do it at the start or the end, and it does deter from the crowds a little bit. But at the same time, if you want to go on the ride scheme, well done, you can do that. If you want to reach a Petto inside of the cafe over there, you can do that too. But of course, for our start of the day today, we're now making our way over towards Discoveryland.
Land, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's actually different here compared to...
Yeah, no, it's always right now, I get confused then.
Yeah, we always do Smyrna, but no, it's not, it's actually Discoveryland.
For our first ride of the day, which is going to be a trip into hyperspace on Hyperspace Mountain. Almost walk on cue, not too bad. Wow, no matter how many times I ride Hyperspace Mountain just behind me there, it just fails to disappoint. That ride is amazing. It's very different from the majority of Space Mountains. Not only due to the theme, of course, towards Star Wars, but also because it's a thrill coaster, a real thrill coaster.
Yeah, it's got inversions, it's got launches, yeah, it's probably a thrill coaster.
That's what I was going to say with this park in particular. This park's not really all family. I mean, it's got some really big thrill coaster. From
Indiana
Jones, yeah. All those sort of rides. And then of course like other parks as well. You've got stuff like...
especially the other parts.
Flight Force, you've got Crush's Coaster, I mean,
Racer.
exactly. We also do it just for kids. And I always say now what it is.
They're doing the whole family,
The whole family. This park in particular is actually favourite.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to get any park with all the mix, this is the one here. It's got so many great rides, but Hyperspace Mountain, how did you find it?
Oh, honestly, it's such a good ride. I mean, I still can't decide what my favourite Space Mountain is. Of course, three others are Florida, California, and this one in Paris, France. But you know, it's still a great coaster. The way it's so unique in terms of the inversions, and of course as well, it's actually built by Vekoma. And if you see my enthusiasts out there, but you know, it's such a good coaster, and also as well, the staff member on there was lovely. He actually has to have the back row.
You've always done that coaster.
I mean, it's a Disney staff member, or a cast member, which I call them. And what do you expect? I mean, they're incredible, honestly. They are what makes the day amazing.
I know, I don't think we're up, but it is true.
They're incredible people.
I'd always suggest not asking for those if it's busy.
Yeah,
but if you look at operations, and I always get in the camera, it's quite hard sometimes, but you're on, you're off, they're so quick, they're rushing you through, and they are specially trained, these cast members. Any parts around the world, getting you on these ones, getting them off to make a queue line as short as they can be for you guys. So when you're coming over here, in most parts around the world, you can go, I don't know, we'll nip on that one because it's got a shortest queue. Over here, Disney, you can't really do that. You've got to, listen to what I say, but if it's earlier on, it was literally an empty train at the back, and we're like, you know what?
Like, no one else was actually going to go on that train, so it'd be a couple of empty rows in the back.
Exactly.
So
and he was like,
he said, oh yeah, guys,
and he even said that we could stay on if we want to go off because there's empty rows.
Honestly.
And of course, when it's busy, you can't do that. You can't like leave someone sitting there. But
no, the view, as you can see, walking into Frontierland. What a view!
I know. Look at that. One of my favourite views in the park is when you walk through here. And also, I was talking about Disney as well. Is that you can actually walk around the top, which was an amazing goose.
Because a lot of parks don't do stuff like that. They'll have the extra prop, but they won't let you walk around.
And that's something I was going to Disney as well. This park in particular, Disneyland Paris, and that's why I was going Magic Kingdom Disneyland Paris Park. This park here, you can have these little touches. So Magic Kingdom doesn't have that.
Yeah, so Magic Kingdom's a very, if you don't know, it's Walt Disney World in Florida, and it's a very sort of big park. Like
it doesn't, and it can't have stuff like that because so many guests.
Exactly, it has to be because it's so popular.
Don't get me wrong.
This place is extremely popular. It's like the most popular park in the whole of the continent. But
it hasn't got the same scale of people coming in here. But, so it has these touches around here which you don't have places, which we will show you of course throughout today. But Jayden, Hyperspace Mountain, I'll bring you a review on that. How was it?
Hyperspace Mountain, it's really good. Actually, we were saying the best part is probably the part where you like walk out into this. When you walk out, when you go out.
I don't know where you're going, Jayden.
Station, because the Star Wars theme like really plays really loudly, and it's overall just it is such a good ride. The atmosphere is amazing.
It really is. It's an amazing atmosphere, an amazing ride, and you may be noticing right now we're actually making our way into Frontierland, and the reason for that is not so much because we didn't want to do one coming down, it's just that it's closed.
Yeah, quite a lot of
And I always look at Magic Hours, and they're going to laugh at me right now. I look at Magic Hours as a bonus time. It's not a time we have to expect them to be open, it's a time where they test rides but they allow you into the park.
Yeah.
This is the, you're thinking, oh, it's 8:30 it starts at. The park's like home to 10 o'clock.
Exactly,
This is time for them to test the parks rides, make sure everything's working well, and they thought, why not let you guys come and enjoy it when they're working? Because there's some rides that they're still in the testing progress, and obviously later on today it will open.
And like,
but also you get to use like that for doing something on the mountain, which cannot be matched.
and like from what I know as well, like rides do gradually open throughout the magic time hour. So you'd have like the start there, you have the copper rides open, and then towards the end more which open out per. Yeah, it progresses obviously. So it's actually a really good system.
It is a big system. Of course, everyone here as well is respectful. You wait in the line, you enjoy a ride, and then you head off after that. But right now, we're making our way over towards Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Choo choo. And this, guys, is why you go through the left-hand side. All of this right here is the right-hand side queue, whereas the left-hand side queue just takes you right through, skids past all these people around here, and you literally go straight from it. It's literally a fast pass. It's ridiculous. I mean, why would you go on the right-hand side queue? It's just everyone does it.
It's crazy. I mean, like, the left-hand side is so much quicker.
I know, we literally probably skip, I don't know, 10 minutes or so of queue. It's not even more. We're still going home about it. It's absolutely crazy how much you gave from just going that queue line. And actually, it's a scientific fact, in fact, that people naturally think of the left-hand side. So there's a reason behind it, but even this side has a much better view as well of the Big Thunder Mountain. We've just taken a ride on the wildest ride in the wilderness, and I've got a little fun fact for you guys before we talk about the ride. I think it's down here. If it still is here, there's an old Coke box down here, and I think it had like a special little effect if you open it up. No, can you find it? No, I'll have to talk about it later on. But yeah, Big Thunder Mountain, a fantastic ride over here at the park. Probably. No, it's one that's near. It's like a little thing you open up. You should make a sound of a Coke opening when you open the box, but I can't find it. But a little fun fact. I might find later on in the video. But no, Big Thunder Mountain, probably the best overall coaster in the world. I'd say if you've got every little detail, from the theme into the queue line to the water to the thrills. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, where other rides could you actually go under the water on the ride? It's so cool. It's an icon to the park, and it just. As no experience, everyone here rode it, and there's some people in this group who are a lot braver, and others who are not. So I don't know you're a speed fan, but everyone enjoyed it.
That's it. Whoever you are, you can always enjoy that coaster. I mean, it's such a fun ride. Like, it's so much fun for the whole family. I say, even if you're like a thrill seeker and you love like big coasters, you've still got some good airtime on there, but it's not too strong. So people who don't like airtime don't like the ride. So.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to put them out. Best row. Car 1 row 3, so really got the fun when that runs. It's quite
cool. There's nothing wrong with the front.
No, the front's awesome. That's awesome. I said Adam and Jay got their row 3 because and it was a good airtime.
It's so good. I feel like it is best when it warms up though. But obviously it's pretty cold right now. But I think if you go at night, like maybe later tonight, I think it'll warm up a little bit more and hopefully it'll be a little bit better. But you know, the reason why we say that is if you've ever seen Cedar Point, it's a theme park in America, right? And McDonald's 200.
Oh yeah, there is the park coming here. Sorry.
Sorry, but yeah, Magneto 200, row 3, car 1 is the magic seat. I personally believe that is also the same thing, because we actually did car 1, row 3 on there as well. So from what I know, I don't know why, it's a completely different manufacturer, but car 1, row 3, if you get it, it's incredible. So I don't know hype up too much, but it's good, like very, very good.
Who are good though is this right here. Indiana Jones on the Temple, or Indiana Jones and a Temple de Peril.
And it's so wrong.
I did get a grade 4 in French.
That like a true French.
Well, I got a grade 4 in French, Hugo. Or as I said, 4 in French, 14 in French. but no. I am. I mean, I feel like tea and I understand it fluently, honestly. But no, it's a really, really awesome ride. This one is, and the queue line is unreal. I mean, it really has a long queue because it's kind of hidden, if you know what I mean, back of the park.
For those of you who don't know, when you go up the stairs, you go up the temple.
I know, how cool is that? Hugo used to think about something else. What did you? No. What did you think about?
I can't remember, but I remember you used to joke about it.
Yeah.
No, it's because we were going up, and I was like, oh, we're going up the temple. I only really clocked on as soon as I went up.
Yeah. But no, this queue line is really cool. Right there one point the whole way round, but it's a really, really nice queue line. It's a really nice theme. So if it has got a long queue, go in it because it's really good. And the ride itself, well, whoever wants to get off, Indiana Jones and the Temple de Peril.
Going up the temple.
Literal walk on cue. Next underway. Over here for Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones and the Temple de la Peril. See, I'm getting it now. I'm getting very good at it.
Close enough.
Close enough, but that's a good ride. It's not one that I would class at the same level as stuff like Big Thunder Mountain or Haunted Mountain, but it's a really good solid attraction. A lot of people do miss because even now, I know you can just see it from the trees there, but unless you know where you're going, it's quite hard to find.
And that's one of the best tips to give you, I think, like any park in the world.
Research.
Is come here.
We're going to do those things we missed at the same time. We're like, research, but no.
But no, come here at night, like in Adventureland at night, and it only works in Disneyland Paris from the parts I've been to. If you come in this area, like anywhere in this area, it doesn't matter where you go, everything is a walk. I can guarantee whatever day you come on, in the summer, everything's a walk.
This is probably the most underrated area in the whole world. I'd say probably is. It's an amazing area, and not being able to find stuff like in the Jones is part of the reason why it's so good. It just proves how good this area is. The theming, the immersiveness.
Cabin de Robinson.
Oh, you've never done it, have you? No, I haven't. Yeah, we're off to Pirates. We're off to become Pirates in 1 second. But yeah, this land, you know, even the Wobbly Bridge, you can walk on. Having my charted memories over there. It's just amazing. You can climb over the Skull Rocks. I would spend half a day in here easily. You can have lunch back over in the pizza place just behind me up there. You can go up the tree, you can play on the pirate ship, well that's open, which never is. But there's so many things to do around here. And definitely home to only 3 rides if you include the Aladdin walkthrough. There's not really anything to do. Really well about going there. Yeah.
You're very
knowledgeable, amazing, handsome, good looking.
Knowledgeable with Disney.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Why is the galleon not open?
It never is open. I don't know why.
I did it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's a play area, but it says on the website they're refurbishing. I'm looking for a rent. It says on the website it's refurbished here. However, I don't know something about that ride. I hope it does open again because it's really nice, but with all pirate ships around here, it's not one of the major attractions. But last time we did go, in fact, they were doing work around the area. So it's been like 10 years in making, but they are doing stuff around there, so hopefully that's a good sign and it will open up very shortly. Oh yeah, there's 2 restaurants, Captain Jack's 2. Right now, we're now making our way over towards Pirates of the Caribbean.
One of the best attractions again in the world.
So this park is so many good rides.
It is, it's so underrated.
I know, as we mentioned earlier, it's the second favourite park in the world.
I would personally say.
No, there's a few parks around here which I would say you can classify. So I've got Disneyland, of course, the original, which should be number 1.
It's got to be number 1, yeah.
Then you've got California Adventure, which I wouldn't blame one. I think for me, I might prefer California Adventure. And you've got this park here, you've got Tokyo DC.
Which we haven't been to yet, of course.
Yeah, and you've got Animal Kingdom. There are 5 parks for me, which if you say your favourite park in the world, I wouldn't be against.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If you say I say 4 parks of favourite park in the world, or something like, I do like this Studio Park here, for example.
Yeah,
I'd be like, but again, maybe the Studio Park's the worst one, but it's the worst one for it's the worst one for Disney Park. It's still a million more fun than the park.
Top whatever percent in the world, right? It's very, very, very good. So,
yeah, exactly. It is actually. You just tell by like this queue line alone. This queue line, you're walking into a castle. I mean, I can't describe. This ride here sums up what Disney should be. This is Disney in a nutshell. You walk around a queue line for a ride in Little Paradise. You're taken into the storyline, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. And the queue line is just as good as the ride.
Yeah.
Like, the ride's no better than the queue line. The queue line is just as good. So the whole experience of going on and getting off is just like phenomenal. Like literally, it's ridiculous.
I know, it's a shame sometimes. I always sometimes wish we have had it before. Not so much about here, but in here we're going to tend to. I don't wish there was a queue. There's so much to appreciate around here. All the theming, the atmosphere, the ambience of the music. Even that little crack up there. I mean, they could have just passed it over. A little crack just has a little bit of lighting, a little glow that you can't really feel. I mean, these little touches is what makes not only Disney what it is, but Disneyland Paris Park what it is.
Tom, I've got a question.
What's the question?
Are you ready to go inside?
I am sure ready. Are you ready, Hugo?
Can I have your best pirate aura?
Let's go, Hugo. We're about to get some awesome times on this next ride. Oh, here we go. It sounds so cool. Fun fact, just down there is the restaurant you can eat at, and that's something amazing as well, I forgot to mention. They like to implement stuff around the parks, which then just flows with the theming, so you may not think that is an extra restaurant and just theming, but in fact, when you're in a restaurant looking at this, it's theming, and when you're at a restaurant, when you're on the ride looking at a restaurant, it's theming too. Very clever. And off we go on our very own boat. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but literally we've got a whole boat to ourselves. How cool is that? I mean, one of the best parks in the world, you can have this for this very cool adventure.
boat.
It's like this like chicken salad.
Hello, family at the back.
Et bien avancé. Jamais le trésor sans cette jolie petite carte. J'ai gardé en déjà. Plutôt stupide pour un pirate de laisser autant d'or.
Oh, we have just taken a ride on Pirates of the Caribbean. And why we're our own train, I do not know. I mean, that ride is out of this world. It's got so many operations. We were on like car 56, I think it was, and each car can probably fit, I'm going to take a ballpark guess, of around 18 people. So to think how many people go on this ride, so even though sometimes it may only have a 5-minute queue, as I always say, does not always mean it's a bad ride if it has a 5-minute queue, because certain rides, Peter Pan, has a really slow throughput, so even though it may not be as popular as Pirates of the Caribbean, it's popular Pirates of the Caribbean, because of course it's slow input, it makes the queue look longer, making it look more popular. However, Pirates of the Caribbean has such a fast throughput, of course it is a lot quicker. And whilst we do pass the Coke things, I want to give you a little fun fact. Do you know how much Disney pays for their Coke stuff? So that includes the water they sell, the Coke, and drinks are owned by Coke. Absolutely nothing. I said 3. I mean, look, it's Welsh you'll be back. Oh, that's fast, don't worry. No, they have to pay £0 or €0 over here in France to all of that. Well, they charge it for you for €4, sorry. And the reason for that is because they have a sponsorship of Coke, meaning they can go ahead and basically charge whatever they want for each thing. And we're now making our way to look at the Peter Pan queue. Whether it be worth it or not, we have to go away and see. But no, well, I don't know. It's been long, but again, it's actually in the main queue, so I think we go ahead and do it personally. But I think we're going ahead and do it, yeah? We're going ahead and do it. Yeah.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
We'll see this good in his face. We'll see this good in his face. 20-minute queue for Peter Pan's flight. We're in the queue for it. Never ever do it. It's not the start of the day. But now is the first. Oz's favourite ride. Just that grin in his face. Going down here. You've braved Indiana Jones. You've braved Big Thunder. And now it's your turn. Now it's my turn to brave Peter Pan's flight. Off we go to Neverland. Excited, Jaden?
Yeah, very excited. It's going to be amazing ride.
Yeah, let's go. Oi! Oh, fine. Oh, what's over there? Oh, it's Peter Pan. Woo! Into London we go. There you go. Peter Pan's flight. Oh. Oh, we just went over with Peter Pan. You want to do it? And
We flew.
we did. We had a magical flight.
Flew over London.
I know. Where could you do that bar at Disneyland? And as they came round, we thought we were going to go see Mickey, not for 90 minutes though. Actually, it's a little bit too long for us. I mean,
90.
what? I mean, if you were going to do that, go for a character breakfast.
I mean, also, Tom, I'm not being funny. If you want to see Mickey, go at the start of the day. He's up by Main
I know,
Street.
exactly. I thought you were going to get interactions,
And the
but
thing is as well,
at hotels they also come round, character breakfast they come round. Do that then. Don't wait 9 minutes.
this is the thing, so like,
Well,
it's
it's
just
Princess Pavilion. That's worse, but.
I mean, that's pretty bad actually. But as you said about the character breakfast, the thing is, you pay to be in the park, and of course, 90 minutes is quite a long part of your park day. If you actually take the money out,
Yeah, show you how much it
90
costs.
minutes,
Yeah, it would make up character breakfast.
I don't think it would exactly make it up, but it'd be close.
Close
You're not-
enough that with the extra bonus food and the experience
It's
and the
like-
other characters
That's
too.
what I always think. And also as well, if you ever do want to see Mickey, like the best tip is try and find a hidden spot, because there's always hidden spots where you can go and find Mickey. And like, especially in Disney World, I know that especially, you can always go to hotels,
Yeah.
you always find him just walking around, and then there's no line. So
Yeah,
but
quite
I've
often
seen him here as
hotels
well.
particular. A lot of people don't think they come out, but it is on the
it's
app.
good
You have got the times to catch them out. They don't always come at those times. Whatever, cats on the app always come at those times. But there are also bonus carrots at times as well. And then what's something?
Also, they actually have some new like ice cream there as well. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, hero.
I saw the other day, so.
Oh, very nice. But no, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, cats, as far as they go,
Yeah.
there's sort of places you eat them. And it's not
The most worth it.
That's the Princess Pavilion queue.
The Princess
I mean, that gets like 200 visitors. I mean, what? I get you see multiple characters, I get that. But you spend your day to that, and I get everyone's
You could
different too.
easily like manage your day better than seeing a few princesses. I mean,
Well, I think I'd go get character breakfast. It's a lot more beneficial. You get food, you get the pool park opens.
Or if you don't want to do that, head there right at the start of the day. I mean, literally, just when you get into the park, leg it.
Yeah, but
Straight away.
yeah. Even if it's not open yet, you go there first.
Yeah.
You stand there and you wait for it to open. Because even if it does open, after Magic Hour, it's only an hour we've waited,
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than waiting 2.5 hours like it is later on.
It's much better.
But we've done very well so far today. And you were talking about Paris, so I'll give you a quick review on that before we move on. How is it?
Peter Pan.
Yes.
Oh, it's a good ride. It's a nice little ride.
It's not that
It does have a bit of a lot. It does get a long queue, but you know what? It's a Disney cab.
It's a classic, yes.
Can't speak today.
Try to pronounce that name. What am I speaking? Le Pays.
Pays something.
Yeah. Le Pays de Costes de Fils. I've probably got no more wrong than you can even imagine, but ain't Jane. But no, yeah, it's always doing classics, but we normally like leave a classic to live. It ends often, of course, our visits. But when we visit, make us advice that you want to do. Make sure you get done your trip, because as long as you do what you want to do, that's all that matters. But from one riding boss to the next, he's now to the next. We're now heading on to Casey Jr., the train, and the train to circus or whatever it is. I'm going to a 5-minute wait. It's not too bad at all.
I think it goes on 2 laps and does it.
Off we go on Casey Jr. Excited, you guys?
yeah, this ride's so nice. It's just got a really nice feel to it. And the soundtrack in a second.
There you go. Hey. Oh, hello, off we go. That just gonna get fun fact, it's actually a coaster credit too. So you go over here and a coaster enthusiast, you get your coaster over here. Way! Shoo shoo! Jayden, give me a shoo shoo! Casey Jr. is back in town and we're gonna have a little ride on it. A really nice attraction for all the youngsters out there, and even when you're a little bit older too, it's a good fun ride. But be aware that this land back there does close quite early on. So if you're going over here, I think it's, I don't know what time it is, I think it's like 2 hours before park closes, that land closes.
Oh, I think it is. I'm not sure actually.
We'll have to find out that
It may be dusk. It may be dusk, I
Yeah.
think. Because I think it has to close when it's dark for some reason. Maybe because they don't have enough light, I don't know, I'm not too sure.
I think it's because like children just go to bed a little bit earlier. So yeah,
There's no point keeping it open. Even
Right.
now, you look at it now, it's such a walk.
Exactly, yeah. So if you have younger kids, I mean, what's nice about this park in particular is that all the kids' land is kind of here, but it kind of connects to that one as well. So if you're younger, you kind of stay in this sort of area for the whole day. You can just spend the whole day how long
Oh,
Peter
you
Pan
could. I mean,
gets.
any of these themed areas, you can spend a whole day. You can spend a week into it.
So take a more chill.
You can spend forever here.
Similar to other areas, every area has like a restaurant, and you've got a Toad's Hall just down there. It's all got where's the most now? Oh no, it's not. That's a photo opportunity. I get a photo. But no,
Yeah.
it's a good ride, isn't it?
It is, it's really good. You know, I love Coastin Junior, and it's such an underrated attraction, this park. I mean, it's not that big, but I think a lot of people forget about it because it's quite backed off. And also as well, it's a pretty unique coaster credit because it is the only Vekoma powered coaster in the world, to be honest. And you know, it's a fun ride. It does shake a little bit. I mean, of course, it's nothing serious. Like, you're not gonna hurt yourself at all. Like, it's a fun ride. It's got onboard audio as well, which improves it. And, you know, overall, it really works into Fantasyland. And obviously, the interaction with both the boat ride and, of course, the coaster as well is actually quite.
It makes it really fun. Like, it kind of
Yeah,
throws a
yeah.
ride as well. So it's lots of fun things to do around here. Another fun thing because we kind of get through the ride quickly and then we kind of slow down in the middle of the day. And that's normally before we actually leave it, but we'll cover that a bit later on. But we're at this point right now, kind of like, before we do any more big thrill rides, we'll take a minute out of our day.
Sorry, thrill. Have you not seen? Have you never done a maze?
Oh, I do apologise. The curious labyrinth we're going to head into. But no, because if we didn't definitely wanted to do, we'd obviously missed out on this. So because everything we want to do really, I'm going to just take a little break out of our day for a second. And we're going to head into a maze, which you notice I'm running, which you'll notice my dad never goes into because he's thinking of a point of them. But we find it fun.
I'm thinking, oh, where am I going?
Where are you going to go? No, only time will tell as we now head up, down, over, watch, under, what trail we're going to go. Ah!
Nice one.
It's just fun.
Now when you make it to this point within the maze, do not leave too soon, as if you make your way through the Queen of Hearts area, you'll be able to go up the awesome tower over here, where basically you can climb up and get one of what's got to be the best view across the castle over here at Disneyland Paris. So we'll make our way around right now and see if we can get over there. And here we now are at the top with one of the best views I said earlier across Disneyland Paris. Of course, you have got the castle down there. Look over there, you've got Tower of Terror just in the distance. You've also Big Thunder Mountain. Around there, you've got, of course, the pirate ship, you've got parts of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, as well as, of course, the whole of Fantasyland just down here. I mean, this view is incredible, but you can even go a little bit higher, and it does get quite busy up here at times, so doing this is not as easy, but it's actually quite quiet over here today, up this tower. But maybe up here, there's some also photo opportunities, and possibly even a thumbnail photo, you never know. Look up here, but yeah, the views up here are incredible. Oh, even more, I know, you get Small World, Coastin Junior, as well as their plays just whatever, I don't know. I've been to Disneyland easily over 17 times, but never realised that right behind right there is actually a restaurant. So even if you do come in a lot, this place is unbelievable how many little things you can find. And especially when it comes to those restaurants and shops, you can definitely find a fair few of these things over there. So we'll look over there, maybe eat at one day, I don't know. Sometimes we still haven't ate over here at the park, so when you are coming over here, we'll always try to eat a different restaurant every single trip, like one other one every trip, and eventually you'll probably end up getting through there. But right now we're making our way to our next attraction, Phantom Manor. But just for that, should we do the tree? Who has done the tree before?
I've never done it.
Just said Tom.
Oh, wow, amazing.
Crazy world.
Great minds think alike, obviously, or fools really differ. One of those two. Obviously it's a great one think alike, but...
What, I'm the fool?
Yes. Hugo, how did you find the maze? Was it amazing?
It was amazing. Thing is, I like the maze because it's a nice way to sort of relax. But the thing is, it
Sorry,
just had. Sorry,
No.
it's the castle it's not castle, the boat distracting you.
Yes.
Sorry. No, I did like the maze. It was nice.
It was a very, very nice maze. And I said all mazes as well. When it's Alice in Wonderland theme, it makes it even nice, doesn't it? It's like, it's a lovely feeling towards it.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, not all the animatronics were working like the. Queen of Hearts wasn't moving. She usually moved.
But I think you got to expect when coming to a place like here, okay? You can't expect everything to be working, but Jen?
That's a waterfall.
Oh, and here we go again. Okay. So with that said, we're now making our way up to the cabin de Robinson's, or Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. And up we go for Hugo's very first time up Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. And what you may not know is actually it is based on a film, this treehouse, Swiss Family Robinson's in fact. So if you've seen it before, you've watched it, then great, but it's not a very common film to be watched.
No, I think we've watched it before.
Exactly, I have, but it's my favourite film. I should enjoy it. I think partly because of its treehouse, and I don't know if you like the treehouse, but it's really, really good film, so go and watch it. It's quite an old one. However, it's got a lovely storyline where they create a treehouse when they're stranded on an island, and maybe even a few pirates come along the way. Oh, thrilling, right? But the theme towards this is really nice. Again, it's nice.
I have this very strong feeling this is amazing at night.
It is. When you get up here, and you fail to see as well from the bottom how high it is. I mean, like, what we don't do is down here, but as you make your way to the top, it's actually really high up. And you don't feel it right now, but more you go around, these like little turns and twists and everything, you're gradually getting higher and higher. So you're at a point in 1 second, but you're literally so high on the park. Not only do you get another amazing view, but I even get some scared sometimes how high it is up here. So, continue your way up. A lot of stairs, so just be warned. So if you are a bit lazy at times, not to go upstairs, it's quite hard, but it's definitely an experience that's a must do on any trip to Paris. And we've now made it to the highest point of Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. And as we go around, I look over here to see how high you really are up here. And the camera doesn't even do it justice to go. If you look around here, look at the distance where Hugo and Jane are right now. I mean, look at this, it's absolutely crazy high. If you look down here, I mean, it is absolutely bonkers the height of it. The thing is, you've just walked on a massive tree. I mean, of course it's not real, but it is pretty cool up here. So, we're going to go down again after that. So it's basically up and down, nothing really to do with, like, I don't know, playing games or hitting much. There's a few interactive features, but it just is a really nice walkthrough to go on to. Rarely ever queue and really good fun. But Hugo, first time, I don't think you're doing right now. How did you find it, Hugo?
I actually really like this. I want to do this at night time. I feel like it's really cool.
Yeah, I think a tree lights up a little bit as well at night, so maybe we'll come back tonight or later on our trip, I don't know, but that does look yummy down there. Oh, look at that. That does look nice. Oh, lovely. We're over here at the Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. Well, that was a nice little trip over towards the Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse, and it's definitely one of those attractions where we leave to the middle of the day, it was a bit more busy, which kind of have done really. Like, if you look at the start of our day today, it was quite action-packed.
I mean, the thing is, when you think, we've actually done loads in, you know, the matter of a few hours.
And this is my first Tom to a video. My name is Tom and these are my tips. And my first Tom tip is to make sure to get done the most at the morning and at the end of the day. The morning is the quietest time at the park. Obviously, people normally arrive either in the morning from like, I don't know, 8 until 2, or they arrive in the evening from like 10 until later in the evening. So, that time in the middle of the day, between like 10 and 2 o'clock, is absolutely packed. Whether you're eating food or you're in a restaurant or whatever, those people often think, oh, if we go and rise at 12 and everyone's eating food, it's quieter. It's not really, is it?
No, and that's the thing, like, this park, it's always pretty busy, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, no.
If you want to maximise your time, you definitely go in the mornings to those rides.
Yeah. Mornings and evenings. Like,
yeah. And also evenings are quite nice in the sense that it's a bit busier, but you get night rides, so we also suggest leaving rides like Big Thunder Mountain, which is just behind over there, till near the end of the day as well.
Usually when the fires, I mean, even before the fires go on, usually Big Thunder's around 20 minutes. Yeah. But I mean, as I said earlier, although you can always guarantee is both attractions in Adventureland will be a complete walk on, like both of them. Like, I can pretty much guarantee it'll be a walk.
Well, yeah, especially if you miss out fireworks. If you go over here when the fireworks on, you know, guarantee walk on queues for everything. This side, for another fireworks. To Discovery Land, it's normally quite busy still. But this side here is normally dead during time, so you can go knock out all these rides at night and have an absolutely amazing time. We're talking about rides over here in Frontierland. We are now going to the only haunted mansion at any Disney park that is situated in a Frontierland. Yes, it is Phantom Manor.
I have to correct you, it's not Haunted Mansion.
If it is,
the French call it Phantom Manor.
But it's a Haunted Mansion style ride.
I know.
And if a story behind it is basically one of the families who owned Thunder Mesa basically bought a house, and this is their house that you go through.
It's cool because they mention it on the boat on
yeah,
ground.
Exactly, it's quite cool. Yeah, so check it out if you're over here. But basically, yeah, if you go over to the scene in this ride, that's another Haunted Mansion elsewhere, where you basically go through a Frontierland style thing, which is so cool.
It's so cool. The only thing is though, our last Haunted Mansion was Haunted Mansion Holiday at Disneyland. So
how will this compare? I'm not entirely sure.
I know, because that was like incredible, like one of the best rides we've ever been on. And don't get me wrong, Haunted Mansion style attractions are still incredible. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, but then maybe, because the expectations are quite low right now, maybe they'll smash it, because it's still a really good ride, don't get me wrong, it's incredible.
And also, you go over, as soon as you get in the building, it's busier. This is the queue line for a ride that literally is walk on. I mean, it's constantly moving around. The trains inside the station just non-stop moving, and it's still got around a 20-minute, 30-minute queue line for this ride. So to think of it like that is absolutely bonkers. But here we now go into the Phantom Manor. Whoa! Another point. There's Mickey there. So why wait 90 minutes to see Mickey when you can literally queue up and meet a Phantom Manor star Mickey just over there? How cool is that? Just outside of Phantom Manor.
It's been loads, isn't it? That was not, but yeah, that was worse.
You may not believe it, but beauty once lived in this house. More to show you. Entree. Perhaps you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. Tous les contes n'ont pas de fin heureuse. It appears everyone is doomed. Chilling challenge to find a way out.
So, right now on the ride, you're going to be under the ground in your grave. Hence all the skeletons, the happy music, as they are now welcoming you to the Ghost World. And, of course, Frontierland Ghost World. Will we become the 1000th happy horn in the Phantom Manor? I don't know, but I can definitely guarantee you that Phantom Manor at Disneyland Paris is the best Haunted Mansion ride. The whole theming of that attraction is fantastic. The moment you walk in, to seeing all the spooks and spectacular scenes, to going around, the music is playing, and I absolutely love the ending where you go through, of course, Frontierland, but like ghostly Frontierland is really, really cool. So you come over here, experience that, as it is a solid attraction, it's a classic, and it really has a long queue. But Adam, Hugo, Jayden, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, it was actually really good.
Me and Adam and Jayden were like the first people on that.
Yeah, no, literally. You were guys and we were as well. So we're a little tip to go at the start, because of course it never has a long queue, but if you want to maximise the time that you do your ride, we'd first suggest to go and you get into a lift. There's two different lifts, right? Was there one?
There are two different
lifts. Yes. So when you go to the lift, work out logically which one's going to go to the middle. I can't really explain it properly.
Basically,
but
when you walk in, take either, basically go to one of the four.
If you go in the left lift, go to the right of the lift. If you go to the right lift, go to the left of the lift.
Yes, if you go in left, go right. If you go right, go left. Yeah.
So go against the wall there, and you can literally walk straight down, straight into it. But in the first room, before you get into the lift, again, you've got to hear guests there, but we normally go on the left-hand side. That's normally when we go on. So.
Yeah, I mean, normally, but again, it's completely random, because obviously, when one's going down, the other one's loading. When the other one stops loading, the other one goes up.
But it's never normally that bad, and the ride itself is really, really good.
It is really good, yeah.
Definitely a must-do on your visit. I definitely guarantee if you come over here, experience that. It's not too scary. However, there are some scary scenes within it, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, we were going around it, and I was getting a little bit scared at my age.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite dark.
Don't look at me like that. I was.
Not like scared out of my seat. Maybe if you're a child, then fine.
Yeah, what, skeletons and bones and jumping dogs?
Yeah, the lights and everything.
You're just scared of cats.
Maybe I am.
You're scared of the
I have to
witch.
agree with Jayden
You're
on that one.
You're scared of the witch from Snow White.
Who isn't? It is scary.
Okay, that one is quite scary to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, Hugo. Not everyone's as brave as Jayden, to be honest. Jayden, are they?
I'm just I should be an Avenger in the Avengers company.
Which we are going to be heading to very, very shortly.
Yeah, in like 5 hours.
But
so
my
not very
tummy is a... No, I can't. I'm hungry, but I just can't do that. But we are now heading over towards Cowboys Cookout, which is definitely super if you ask me. Never ate it before, but I've always wanted to go over towards here, eat in this restaurant. And maybe you ask if it might be goofy, but it looks pretty occupied at the moment, and my belly needs to be occupied with some food. Does that work? I don't know. We're going to do it anyway.
God, I already have too many photos.
My meal has just arrived, and wow. I mean, that's Jane's hand. Put your hand over it. Show how big it is. I mean, that's your hand there.
That's a big bit
And that's big a chicken it is. I mean, it's very impressive. And that's what I say at
Stealing it
Disney.
as well.
When you come to Disney, you pay for what you get. And a meal like this, it's delicious. And we'll find out in a sec, but we'll give you a food review after. And Hugo, you got a sheriff meal, didn't you?
Comes with ribs, bit of chicken, and a sausage.
Yeah, I know, very nice. We're in a very quiet restaurant as well, as it's only 11:30 currently. But obviously at home we've been 12 o'clock, we've done lunchtime, and James is just about to come. I'm excited for your meal! We'll get the reveal of James' meal, and then we'll tuck in. Here you go. Oh, there you go. James got a burger, lovely. There you go. There's like 3 different meals over here at the restaurant. We'll give you a food review of all of them. From lunch to meeting Goofy, we're now heading over to say hello to a cowboy character with quite a short queue.
You're crazy.
That was
Amazing, Hugo. It was
I don't mean this out.
Gloof. Well, that was a very goofy encounter we just had. Walking into the queue line, we didn't think it was going to be that long of a queue to wait. I mean, they spend time with people. It's when you're in the queue, it's kind of like, oh, time to get a photo to go. But when you're there, you sort of, no matter how old you are, like, we're probably a bit older than the majority of people who get photos. So when we're over there, we're having so much fun with him. The interaction is amazing, and Goofy is just really, really good fun character to meet with, and I love, especially characters like that. As much as it's nice, of course, to see just like the generic costumes, whenever costumes to a land, it really is much more immersive, and it's really, really nice as well. So, if you're coming here, I wouldn't say spend your entire time, really more characters, I'm saying spend your entire time meeting characters. However, I'd definitely meet 1 or 2 on your visit if you are coming for the ride. When we were younger, I know we used to get characters all the time.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we used to spend like days on it. Doing it.
But Adam really didn't want to meet Goofy, but Jayden, how was meeting Goofy?
Meeting Goofy was absolutely amazing.
Gooftacular.
Tom, that was awful.
I could have said it was Goofy. I could have said it was Goofy. That would have sounded better.
Yeah, gooftacular.
Spectacular. Yeah, it was really, really good. I got an autograph in my autograph
Yes, you
book
did.
that I bought last time it came last May, I think it was.
Yeah, and still getting through them.
Yeah, I don't have many. I have like 6 now, but it's fine. We don't really queue up for characters here, but
There's so many though, like all around here, especially in the middle of the day.
I already have a captain book.
Yeah.
Character breakfast. But yeah, that was
There's no one there as well. Peter Pan and Wendy.
just so many.
Exactly, so in the middle of the day, yes, rides are busier, but there are so many more cats around the park. So we like to in the middle of the day go swimming like we're going to do a second with Davey Crocket, or we like to go hotel hopping or something like that. But at the same time, you can meet the characters, here's the restaurant as well from earlier. You meet the characters, interact, and it is a nice alternative at the same time from having to go on all the rides that had long queues. So if you come over here, meet some characters, but not everyone's going to meet Oz on their visit.
Promoting Peter Pan, the best ride here.
Oh, obviously.
All the characters are here.
That is obviously what they're doing over here. But the plan is for right now, is because in the meal, not everyone had it at a barbecue restaurant, it was so nice. And the meals that I had, the chicken was actually huge, there was loads to it. and it was really delicious. However, at the same time, the meal did not suit everyone in our group. So we're now going to go to a Lady in the Tramp pizza and pasta area, I think it's called, where Anne's going to get some pizza, so some other people can get some pizza before our day. So we're going to go over there, and I've got a little top tip or fun fact for you guys when we arrive. Whilst the Italian music is playing outside of a pizza place, I think it is time for a good old fun fact. And in fact, it's actually on the floor that our fun fact is. And that is that this whole flooring and wall around here used to be located over at Disneyland, California. And it was actually created by Mary Blair, who also made such things as in the contemporary and massive wall artwork and many other things. And I'm pretty sure also some of the dolls on Small World too. I'm not unsure on that one, but she has made a lot of things and is very significant to Disney. So this artwork used located at Disneyland, California, and because of some refurbishment they actually moved it, but instead of getting rid of it, they placed it in here instead. So when you're over here, take a little peek, even if you're not in the restaurant, it's literally just located just round from here down here, and here's some artwork. Very nice fact. But now, it's time to review the foods, and Jay, Adam, you had a pizza, didn't you?
Yeah, it was quite nice actually.
How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good, you know, and also the themed experience always makes it. Like,
I was going to say as well.
That's the best thing.
See, we never actually, or I think we have, but I don't remember going into here before. And actually in this restaurant, it's got some awesome theming and little touch as well from the film of Lady and the Tramp. So when you go in here, for starters, the pillars are incredible. And I did show you some little videos of those earlier. But also, in the actual room itself, if you look on the roof, you get like barrels going down, which is so awesome. I feel like at theme parks, quite often they forget to do the roof on rides. Whereas on this one, the roof is amazing, the walls are amazing, the pillars are amazing, and in this instance, so is the floor. Well, February's definitely a bright time of the year. Coming here thinking it could be a little bit cold. Yeah, at the start of today it was a little bit cold, but now the sun is out, we're down Main Street USA, and we are having an absolutely amazing time. And look at this all around here, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere down here is stunning, and the thing of February too is every single queue is short. So for example, right now, over at Walt Disney Studios Park, Tower of Terror is only on 20 minutes, which is absolutely crazy to think about, especially in the middle of the day, which is really, really awesome. Whereas in the summer and the holidays, you're expecting queues of like, I don't know, 2 hours plus of these sort of attractions. So if you're asking when to come, yes, you don't always get the sun in February. Yes, there's more chance of it raining and snowing even, which is really awesome actually. But there's more chance of it raining, but you get this amazing queue lines, this amazing atmosphere, and if you're lucky like we are, you get a lovely sun too. Right now, the plan is going to be to go into the shops, take a little look around, as in the middle of the day, Tom tip number 2 of that video, don't go to the shops at the end, as of course, all of it is already full of shops, all the way down here, and then all the way down here too, are just loads of shops. However, at the end of the day, as you can only imagine, they can get pretty busy. So, coming in the middle of the day, it's still busy, but it's a lot quieter than it will be at the end of the day. But you can look around, see what you want to buy, and then at the end of the day, when you decided what you want to buy, come back over here and pick up the stuff you want to do, because I make it a lot more awesome. And also, there's a cool little references like here, around here. But here we now go, around here. Adam's looking for some teddies. And we're now looking at the car section. Awesome. Jayden?
I wonder if we passed HUGO.
Back to the land.
Oh, we have had an amazing morning over at Disneyland, and before you guys think it, no, we are not stopping here. We're literally just getting started. I mean, we've done so many rides, so many attractions. We managed to explore the shops, and also went on the fire engine. Me and Jane did you want to look in the shop, but me and Jane got an opportunity to go on the fire engine itself. Take a little trip down Main Street, say, which was also very nice. That's the thing like Disney, isn't it? I mean, the last ride we actually did was Haunted Mansion, which was like 2 hours, 3 hours ago.
The thing is, this is what I like to say about Disney. If you get the mornings right, you have a great day.
Exactly, get the mornings right, you then relax, do whatever you want. I mean, we literally had 2 dinners, 2 lunches today.
Yeah.
We just stopped, had a lunch at the start, and another lunch. We've been around all the shops.
We eaten once, but we ate at 2
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not that fat.
I was going to say, we didn't go to 2 places to eat 2 separate meals.
But I think you can just relax all day. Whereas if you arrive right now at like 10 o'clock, you'll be right now, we're in an hour-long queue to rise, getting fed up. And right now, we're not doing that. We're just going to be enjoying the day, enjoying a little bit, and then we come back for the evening, where we'll be heading into the studio park just over there to then finish on our day. So, well, actually, I think we're going to the park, and then we're going back to the main park again to finish on our day. That's what we do over here at Disney. And of course, as always, everyone's different, and some people know the day want to be some characters, which is nice.
Yeah, to be fair, one thing I have to say, today has been the most we've ever seen, like this many amount of characters.
Yeah, no, yeah. Mental.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice touch, but yeah, middle of the day is the best time to look around the shops, enjoy the atmosphere, hence I always get a little bit slower in the middle of the day. However, one thing we always do is because the parks are open from like 8:30 in the morning to midnight, within the middle of the day it does something different, so sometimes we go hotel hopping, other times we go, I know, back to our hotel, we're not doing this time, we're in the pool, and even other times, like we're going to do it this time, we're heading off to Paris itself, because the train station is just down there. So
it's pretty crazy because we've been there now like 16, 17 times, and we've never actually been to Paris before, which is crazy considering it's actually half an hour away, but of course, yeah, train, so.
There's so many things you can do in a day.
Yeah, no, there is.
You don't even feel like you've missed out on the day as well, so right now we're going to make our way back to Davey Crocket, where we have a swim in the pool. Of course, we can't film in the pool for you guys because, well, obvious reasons.
It's got a pretty cool slide there though, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try again.
We're in the pool, and then I think we might, I don't know, have a little bit of an explore around there until check-in, where then James and I need to switch rooms. We're in a different room the night before. Sometimes with a ticket, it's all confusing, but don't worry about that one. We're going to switch rooms, and then after that we'll then make our way back over here, probably I'm guessing around 4 to 5-ish, to then head back in towards the parks, and then go to the studio park, show Jane Avengers Cameras for his first ever time, followed by the amazing show in the evening, and then back over towards the other park to finish our day. But Adam, I'll talk to you quickly, how you found today so far?
Oh, you know, it's been so great to get back to our home Disney park again. Honestly, this place is just ridiculously good. Like, I love this place, and I've always said, like, I feel like because it's in a country like France, which is very sort of a European country, of course, and I feel like it's very different from any other Disney park we've experienced, and I really like the culture here and like how they sort of implement it into the actual parks itself, and not only sort of just outside the parks. But it's been a great day.
I'll also get to show Jane and Hugo wearing their hats later on today.
Yep, stay tuned for that, because that's a not to miss sort of event.
Oh, it's not.
You know, we've done quite a lot today, so it's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been an amazing day so far. And as always, everyone does differently. This is how we do. If you like the ideas, follow our tips, follow our structure. Maybe you like it, or maybe you're not. It's only time for you to find out when you make your next trip over towards the parks. And once we've arrived back at the hotel, I didn't film many clips for you guys, as I said earlier, but in fact I decided to put the camera on charge, and we thought it was a perfect opportunity. And to be honest, I'd rather show you inside the parks than around Davey Crocket, where we were just. Of course, we went into the pool. The pool's amazing.
It's so good, literally. It's one of the best pools I've been in, and as I said, it does also have a slide as well, which is pretty unique for a Disney resort, because not all of them have slides. But I do believe a couple of them do, a couple elsewhere do.
Yeah, and then after that, we haven't played a bit of tennis. I've probably got some clips in for you guys that we got on our phones.
That was great.
And I probably actually didn't play any clips in actually, because we were awful. But, funny enough, we didn't realise it, but it's all completely free.
It is, that's the thing. I'm not, did you have to put a deposit down or something?
No, nothing you did, do you?
Oh, that's good actually, yeah, so they just gave you some rackets, and of course, I believe they gave us 4 balls, I think.
You pick them up from the swimming pool.
Yeah, that's a good point. You pick up from the swimming pool, and I believe golf is also the same day. It's like a little mini golf
crazy
course.
golf, yeah.
It doesn't look the best in mini golf course because it's not really that well themed. But again, you are in the forest, so that is, I guess, the theme in all the trees and of course the bushes and everywhere. But you know, it's just really good how it's free, because I know a lot of hotels wouldn't do that. So, you know, I'm really pleased how they sort of allow you to do it for free.
And we're now neighbours as well as okay, they moved to connect to us. Hello, Jayden. Hello. Hello. Obviously us. Also them as well. But that Camden event's got a really nice like little tree sculpture like with birds in it.
It's quite funny.
I don't know like maybe someone who, I don't know, a woodwork person moved in and just thought, you know what, I like to have a feeling about making one of those. But even over there, you got on top, you got a little wow. That's like 134 is a special cabin at the moment.
Yeah, and I believe you can actually request rooms as well. So if you do actually want that room, I think you can online actually request it. So
that's a cool little cabin, isn't it? Yeah. We're very noisy neighbours, but no, it was really good fun. And what we're getting ready. Hello neighbour. Hello neighbours. Jayden, how was your time in the pool as well as tennis?
Yeah, my time in the pool was absolutely amazing. There's not much to do there, but it's still, it's a good break up to the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And tennis was fun. It's real fun.
It was really fun. Here you go. You enjoy tennis?
I enjoy tennis. It was nice. It's nice to have these little sit-down breaks, because we do our like theme parks really well. It was nice that we could just sit and relax and play some tennis.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get the cocks. We're just about to go off again for our venture.
As you can probably see.
But yeah. That's what I was saying earlier, like, we literally left a park and we did everything apart from Star Wars and Buzz Lightyear. We're the only two rides we didn't do.
But we weren't too fussed today. Or Utopia as well, but that's another one.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There were a couple of smaller bits that we didn't get to do, like go across the Waverley Bridges and stuff. But again, we do have 2 more days here, so I'd say we did it in a pretty good order, and I think we've sort of over time got better in terms of order. And of course, as you do with anything, you just get better over time. So I believe that has worked today, and we've got quite a lot done. We did Phantom Manor as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, there's so many. We did it perfectly this morning. And of course, it doesn't always work like that, depending on whether you come on an event or what you do. It can obviously all go differently, depending on that, of course. So when we go to bed, we always mix it up. We always plan to break a plan, but if it does work out, we plan. That's amazing. So right now, we're making our way back in the car. It's coming in about a 10-minute drive to get to the park, which is really awesome.
That's definitely something to point out, because it's not actually too far to the parks itself. And of course downtown Disney, not downtown Disney, Disney Village, so I'll say of Anaheim there. But no, it's not actually too far, and I think a lot of people, of course I don't drive, so as you probably guess, but I think a lot of people think it's quite far to actually, of course, get to the like parks itself, but actually it doesn't look too hard in terms of the roads when I've been looking at them. It is quite a simple
48
route.
minutes past now.
Probably past, yeah. It's on the clock there, 48 minutes past.
And that's the thing, even if you leave like 15 minutes to like 8 o'clock for instance, when the a half an hour before the park opens, you'll be alright and you'll get there perfect timing, so it's not too far away from here, so it's quite good.
No, it is very good. It's actually funny enough, one of the longest journeys getting out to Crocket, because you have to go down these roads, you piss and turn around, but it's very quick to get into the thing. It's a very efficient route. You used to actually have to go into the motorway and really a lot more walking, but now as long as you know which way to go, you can get back very quick, very efficient.
And it feels like
they don't have a bus, but bus makes part of the reason why it's so cheap.
And that's the thing, and also as well, it feels like you're sort of away from all the action of it, which is quite nice actually, because when you're in a park all day, it's quite busy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like places like Sequoia Lodge and of course Cheyenne do feel like you're still away from the parks. But this really feels like you're stepping out for a bit. Yeah, you can have a chill out. There's not many people there.
In the pool, it was empty, so make sure to have a little tom tip. Make sure to arrive before check-in time, because check-in time's around 4 o'clock, but we always like to arrive before 3 because we think check-in time's at 3. So we went at 2. The pool was empty. It got a little bit busy near the end, of course, because it was like checking in, and obviously avoid times as well before the park opens at the beginning and the end when the park does close. However, I don't think the pool and stuff are open at the end, and I know the actual shop is open at all times.
Can you get night rides in the pool? I don't even know.
Nice slides.
Nice slides.
Oh, what a treat.
I know.
But yeah, we're now making out of Davey Crocket, and we're going to be heading back over towards the parks. This time though, we're going to be heading to Walt Disney Studios Park. Always mess up that one. To experience Jayden's family's first time at Avengers Campus, and Jayden's first time in Avengers Campus over here at Disneyland Paris.
Entrance side.
It's funny to see that big hotel, isn't it?
I really enjoyed it. I love it. There's something with
Just got through the gates, and the time is 4:56, which is how much compared to it? Oh no, less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
8 minutes.
It's
so
crazy.
8 minutes, you get your very own like suite like cabin. You get amazing facilities, and it's a lot cheaper. Why wouldn't you go Davey Crocket, guys? Oh no, you can tell James coming by that hat. Oh my god. Thank God you guys got one on. That is crazy.
Tom, don't worry, I brought mine as well.
Hey! Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Nice hat. And here we now are within Walt Disney's Hollywood Studios Park.
Oh, really?
By many rated as one of the worst Disney parks.
The worst.
Well, yeah, the worst. However, I don't think it's that bad.
But one also as well, the funny thing is, it's rated one of the worst Disney parks in the world, if the worst, as I said. But also one of the best theme parks in the world.
Yeah, because every theme park's amazing. And one thing I was going to say about in particular is it's so unique. I mean, from the moment you walk through this thing,
really nice.
from one of the only entrances when you actually walk into a building at the start.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's so their sort of main street as such. I believe most Disney parks have their sort of main street style entranceway. This is like their sort of main street, but
Yeah.
it's very unique. Personally, I'm not sure if it is my weakest Disney park. I've got to be honest. I know Disney's Hollywood Studios, of course, in Florida. I think that probably is.
But the thing
even
is-
though for the areas, it flows better here, I feel like. So,
Yeah, but the thing is, when the park's created, it was created as like a movie set park. So there's stuff like this, which is basically just cheap theming. So I like it in here.
Yeah.
The cheap theming. That's the only thing that's there about it.
it is what they were going for, and if you come in here thinking, right, they based it off like the studio and a backlot, then you're gonna love it because this is what it is.
Yeah.
But as you see all the lights on the roof and everything,
Yeah.
like they actually show it. That's what it'd be like.
But however, now I do think it's well at the same time. They're now developing it to make it a bit more like IP based.
That's the thing, but
No,
I
it's
don't
better.
mind that. To be
Okay,
honest.
quick tip, ready? Or get fact. That is the Mickey from Disney Quest.
Yeah, and fun fact also is we actually did do Disney Quest back in 2016 in Florida. So, of course we did vlog because this channel was actually on before we went.
It's on 2017 this time.
But we did do it. It was, questionable, but that's another, thing to talk about another day.
Yeah, that was another day. But yeah, when you come in here, make sure to, of course, check out everything it has to offer. But it's the one park where I think in the next 5 years, when they open up all the Frozen land, they open up the other lands as
Yeah,
well.
like
It's gonna-
Frozen, Star Wars,
and hopefully cars.
Hopefully cars.
We hope
Nothing's
cars.
been announced.
No, not even speculation. We just hope it is.
Literally, we're just talking, we said we hope it is. But also, I want to point something out quickly. And if you guys remember the Tiki rooms, right? Or Walt Disney's Tiki rooms, should I say, in Disneyland. As you can see, there's a little reference to it just up there. Called Tiki.
Tiki Tiki.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty cool because there's a little restaurant about that. And I just like the hidden touches that they have around all the different Disney parks. It's pretty cool.
No, I think I'm doing those little parks. Well, all Disney parks actually in general. When you go through them, you spend a whole day looking up the little references, the little touches. There's so much to look at in this park. There's a whole day worth of excitement looking around. But one thing that is definitely worth riding every single day you come over here is what kind of a hotel stay, really?
Yeah.
We're over towards the Hollywood Tower Hotel.
It's so good. It's such a
I know. They're like, oh, beautiful.
So impressive.
So here you go. Are you excited to take a drop on the Hollywood Tower Hotel?
I'm excited. I'm ready for it.
You ready for it? Jenna, you ready for the drop? No. Well, let's go anyway. On to the Hollywood Tower Hotel. First time on top, Jayden. Yes.
Avec la clé de l'imagination. Au-delà, c'est une autre dimension. Vous venez d'entrer dans la 4e dimension. Le lieu de rencontre de l'élite du show business. Mais quelque chose allait se produire qui allait changer tout ça. Conduit directement dans la 4e dimension.
Whoa! We've just had a drop on the Tower of Terror. And that ride fell to the point. We were actually on it and thinking something a bit unique actually. As that ride over there, like most rides, where if something broke down on the ride, they'd have to close the entire attraction. On Tower of Terror, because there's 3 different sets of lifts, and obviously 2 sets of cars each thing, if something breaks down on the lift, they close one of the lifts. If something goes down on one of the ride systems, they also have like 6 of them, so they can open the other 5. So actually, it's a very rare chance of actually closing unless they're fully refurbishing it.
Yeah, it's extremely rare that rides just can be down. I don't think in my whole life I've ever seen Tower of Terror down. Like, I don't, when I've been checking the queue times like, at home and everything, I've never seen Tower of Terror down. It's actually a really good point because it's a great attraction as well.
It's not like contracting over here park, and as we go through Avengers Campus, yes, I love that. I think the land's really, really underrated in fact. It's a really nice land, some amazing stuff, including Pim Kitchen, which we're actually going to be going over towards tomorrow, because we saw it last time, we're like, oh, that looks delicious. So
The entrance though, it's like one of the coolest entrances.
yeah, it's really, so I'm really looking forward to going over there tomorrow, and it was very booked up. I mean, we booked it like I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was only like one slot available when we were here.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of an awkward time. However, it is very, very awesome to eat, and I look forward to eating there very shortly. But as far as the rides go over here, we're going to do a little review on Tower of Terror. You've got Web Slingers, which again I think is really good. Who doesn't like it? But I think that's a good ride, Web Slingers.
It's alright. I mean, yeah, it's fun, I guess. I just don't really like the ride system in terms of like, it's a bit like Legoland Jargo, the ride, like Legoland parts around the world. Not my favourite system, I'd say, but you know, I do think though, now coming back into this area, that I do actually prefer it to the California area.
I find it hard. I like figures. You see how it rides, California speeds on you.
I don't know, because I do really enjoy the coaster of Flight Falls. I love the coaster layout, of course, the Coma layout, I love the layout. But just the theming just is not up to scale with like Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which is the other attraction, of course, besides Web Slingers, in California Adventure. So, I don't know, but I feel like the area is a little bit better, isn't it?
No, I like how it goes like a long strip, but like basically you say actually, it expands at the end, has that kind of nice feel about it, whereas California's a bit more like kind of overplaced if you remember something else, whereas here,
I was just saying,
you literally make your way down there, you're up here, and you've got a nice little circle up here.
it's quite nice actually. I actually think this is better than I remembered it since November, of course, when we last visited here for our first time. And you know, I don't know, I feel this area is really nice. As you said about California, it feels like it's sort of three separate areas. You've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and then which is like one area. Then you've got the main plaza, which is another area, and then you've got the strip down the side, which is another area.
But actually, funny enough, HUGO saw this now before we did. So I'm going to be back in it. I know you said something like that.
No, it's really nice. In fact, this can sound really weird, but this was the only land that made me feel like I was properly in America because it looked really modern.
Yeah.
And the only other place it is in California. So walking there, and it was really hot when we went. I remember it was the same temperature as it was in Florida.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice land. I think Web Slingers, I've got mixed opinions. The ride's good, I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah.
And this ride's, the queue's good, the ride is...
I think the queue's phenomenal, in fact.
The queue's amazing.
No, we'll take you through the car, because honestly, never to rely, I'd rather stand in the queue and go to the ride.
I mean,
we were literally queuing up for this last time, and we were like, wow, like, it's going to be amazing. We got on the ride, only like over there, like the Avengers sim over there, that's really cool. And then we got on the ride, and we were like, ah. And actually, if it broke down, and we walked out of a queue, we'd be like, oh, this land's amazing. It kind of just, we were let down to the awesome queue.
We have actually broke down
like 3 or 4 times this ride. But with only a 15-minute queue for it, you can't turn it down. Our 4th or 5th time on this attraction, this is Avengers Flight Force, where we are going to become an Avenger, and I'm going to do a little Marvel stuff here. We're going to help Iron Man and Captain Marvel help something. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool anyway. See inside.
Advice, we are currently experiencing a yellow alert.
Well, it's definitely not a 15-minute queue. We're literally making our way through it.
It's just the walking time.
Yeah, maybe it's taking all around, because literally, that's the pre-show we were set.
Repulsors augmented. Consider your hands juiced.
We've got a situation. As you know, Kree warheads are headed our way, and we need your help.
Ne vous inquiétez pas. Votre mission, piloter ces véhicules et détourner les missiles de la Terre.
That's when Heavy Metal and I can do our thing.
Tout le monde a compris le plan? Alors ne tournez pas. En avant.
It's when it was Aerosmith, the queue used to be an hour plus.
Come on, the queue line is so good for that ride. It's just a shame the ride itself disappoints. Every time we go for that queue line, we're like, we just hope, we have our fingers crossed it's going to impress. But every single time, it does just fail. There's just not enough screens in it. We said that Aerosmith, actually, it wasn't a lot different. There wasn't a lot extra props on Aerosmith. But Aerosmith, you had the music, you had the like all the different aspects of Aerosmith, like the rocking along and you were dancing along as you go around. We didn't need so much screens, whereas, of course, the audio for this ride hasn't got so much of dancing along, because obviously it's just from talking basically. So we need something else to substitute the music you used to get on Aerosmith, and for that, not so many screens as well. It just feels at times that like you're just sitting there like, and it's just like constant black. I think in total, it's probably 3 or 4 screens for that ride at max. And they are good, they have got projections, and it's dark enough as well, unlike some other rides, to be able to feature all that. However, at the same time, I do feel as if at times, it just has so much nothingness on the ride. kind of just let it down a little bit. But all we're going to do is put a few more screens in there. I mean, everything else is perfect. The land that you're in is perfect, the theme is perfect in the queue line, and even the cars are amazing actually. So all we're going to do is just improve those and everything is perfect. But HUGO and Adam, you two ridden this already. How have you found Flight Force?
I don't know if this point has been already made. The layout of the coaster is really, really good. It's just, there's a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
The queue makes up for it though, and the rest of the theming, like the car and stuff, makes up for it.
But we were saying as well earlier, it had a 10-minute queue moving on it. We never really saw Walking Roller Coaster less than 60.
No, that's it. I mean, when we
went, like, it's given the first time, but then after you first time, it's like,
that's it. I mean, I actually never got to experience Walking Roller Coaster here at Disneyland Paris. I saw it, of course, loads, but I never actually got to experience it.
I thought it was a down coaster too.
Yeah, it was actually. But I did do the one in Florida, and comparing it to Florida, I actually prefer Rock and Roller Coaster, which I believe a lot of people do as well. So just shows you, like, I don't know, I do like Flight Force, and we were actually second row today, which helps quite a bit because I just got the wind in your face with the launch, which was amazing. But it feels like they just sort of built the queue line and then they just ran out of money. It feels like they just completely ran out of money. And obviously, I know that's not how it works when they build stuff. They just build it from scratch.
But it does feel like that.
It does feel like they've just started from the start of the queue line and then they just went right to the end and thought, oh, we've run out of money. That's it.
Yeah,
because a lot of the time, like, I really realised it this time. A lot of the time, you're in darkness, but you can't see anything. Like, anything. So. It's like, yeah, if you want lights off, I guess, it's pretty good, but...
And also when you're on the way around as well, you don't know what parts are actually the screens and what's not.
No,
so I mean, like, what's new? So for example, you go around and also repeat the screens. So some screens are projecting what the other car's seeing. So you don't actually know how much of your sequence is what.
Well, there's only one train going around at once.
Is there? Oh, there's multiple.
No, I don't think so. I know there's like a mid-course, but I believe only one train can go on the actual course. I'm not sure. Maybe right, but...
I have to look into that soon, but we're now making our way around over towards Toy Story Playland as well as Ratatouille Land. And funny enough, we always think it's a bit weird.
Look at that theming.
I know, exactly, it's absolutely good. But funny enough, with this area, it's not actually two of the areas, it's all part of the world of Pixar.
Same as Crush's Coaster as well.
Yeah, we don't really get that because it feels like it should be two of the areas. Like,
it's what we've been saying recently.
I get maybe cars is not an area, but
this here,
Ratatouille
Plaza,
look at this.
and Toy Story Playland. I mean, it's literally named Toy Story Playland, like it should be an area.
I know.
It's just, I feel like it really should be now. This is like a staple part of the Walt Disney Studios. But this is what makes it for me.
Yeah.
I love this. It looks incredible. And I really like how they went more on the Paris route, of course, because we're in France right now. It really works.
I know, really. It just has this like atmosphere. I think Epcot really didn't portray as well as this part does.
This part really shows. I mean, obviously, it does help that we're in France.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a French in that really helps.
But Epcot feels like they kind of squeezed it in the back of the French Pavilion.
Yeah, it feels like they really focused on it here instead. Like they really went, right, we want the entrance to be a grand thing. We want it to be right in the centre. It's really nice. And
we can take you on this ride too. Got a 20-minute queue currently, but as well, it's going to be longer than I thought. Plus, they're not that bad for this sort of ride. Plus, on this ride, there's actually the pizza truck, which I'll show you as we get on. Ratatouille, Little Adventure. And off we go into Paris. In real life, we're doing that in 2 days. And there is the pizza truck in that window over there. There you go. No, the pizza truck. Trust me, there is the pizza truck. But there's the ride. Let's now go on to that. There you go. The lights are on in this room. Never see that often. Oh, pretty cool. They go through. Yeah, look, you can put show lights on here. That's weird. Yeah, that's cool. We can go through it right now. Oh. So here you go. You don't see that every day, do you, over here? You're on the camera saying that. nothing beats a nice stroll through Paris, and after taking a ride on Ratatouille, it is even nicer. But seriously guys, come over here at night, this land is incredible, but not only this land is incredible, the whole park is incredible, the whole 2 parks in fact, and even Disney Village to be honest is really nice. At night, Disney parks turn from, I don't know, a level 1 million to a level 1 trillion. I mean, that sounds crazy, but it really is. The nighttime parks are just a different level. It's literally like you're entering a whole new theme park full of so many great rides, so many great attractions, but all lit up. You see the strobe lights up there. You've got, of course, all the lovely lanterns. The stuff that you that light up ends up lighting up. So if you're coming over here, do not just experience it in the day, experience it at night. Even if you want to get some good night's sleep, that's fine. But experience one night at least.
Yeah, exactly. And a must ride as well, by the way, just so we pass it. Sitting to the exact experience like that. It's a quality attraction. Like, it's so good. You know, it's really underrated. So it's a great ride.
Exactly. Well, Hugo and Jayden pretend on a track, which again, part adds to the theming. The theming is so cool for this ride.
It's amazing.
We are making our way over towards our next attraction, RC Racer.
I don't think I've ever done this ride a day. Like, I think every time we go on this, it's so nice.
I've done it before, but you know, I get your point.
Yeah, I only started doing this ride last year, so I don't think I've ever done this ride a day. I think every ride I've had this has been night, and I've been like 6 or 7 times now, so yeah, it's a good night ride though.
Exactly, and Hugo, Jay, how did you find making noises? How did you find Ratatouille?
Ratatouille was really good. I actually really like the ride. The queue was long, but I mean, as much as like this goes for any Disney queue. Queues might be long, but they're so worth queuing for.
Yeah.
No, but this ride was good. I like it, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really good fun ride.
It's just good fun.
I don't enjoy my facts as well.
Do you know what? I noticed something new. Did they always have those smell pods in there? I thought there was a definite smell pod in, like, even in the freezer thing. I didn't think there was one originally.
I remember on Epcot, if you watch our videos, obviously you'll notice when I said this, but to be honest, when we went to one in Epcot, I remember saying I prefer one in Epcot because of the smell sensors. So maybe they implemented.
Because when we were in the freezer bit, I could smell like oranges.
Yeah, maybe added it in, and also I felt a bit more effect as well in the scene after the freezer bit. There's like a little water effect I never felt before.
Yeah. So and when you're in the kitchen, there was more like a cooking smell.
I remember upgraded it a little bit to add to the overall atmosphere of the ride. But Jayden, before we make a big turn, how's the ride?
It was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. The screen was actually working this time. Last time it didn't work. So, big
thumbs up from Jayden. We're talking about thumbs up. We're now getting head onto RC Racer. Look at it go. Oh, I can't believe I missed the Disneyland. Amazing, eh?
Infinity and beyond.
Whoa, RC Racer front row. Honestly, of all rides I've hit in Paris, I generally think while I'm getting top of the long line, doing really well now, I generally think of all rides in Paris, that is one I'm massively on front or back row, or middle. That was amazing fun.
The best ride I've had on RC Racer.
Yeah.
By far.
I know, it was amazing, not only to get a great view because of construction for a brand new area, which is awesome, but it's just a really good ride. Really good ride.
Really good. Honestly, that was so much fun. Yeah, honestly, that was so much fun. Like, in my opinion, I think front row is like by far the way to go. I don't know about back yet, I haven't done back, but honestly, the wind in your face. Also, as well, you don't realise, but the actual scale of that front car is so impressive. It's really wide and it's obviously really big as well, but it works so well in that area.
Yeah,
you know, it's such a good coaster. I know it's thrilling, but it works. I think it really is a good coaster.
No, I'm so excited. Literally, as we were watching it, we were doing construction to this new area, and whether they keep this new Cars road trip here or not, I'm not sure.
The thing is, this fits perfectly for Cars like someone here. Because the thing is,
there's a gap here.
And the way I think of it, why would they bother with this Cars theme if they weren't going to expand on it?
Exactly. Or is it a trial to see where it's going to go? Because I know we'll mention what they want to make trial stuff for Cars out first.
Do you really think, would they keep up with all Cars stuff on it for no reason? You would think, and a Cars land would really suit.
Yeah.
Being.
I thought you go to California, but apart from there, there's no Cars land. And in California, whether you love it or hate it, well, you can't hate it. You either love it or love it. It is really popular. I mean, Racing Race is the most popular ride and it's a California adventure. So if you're going over there, you've got to be aware that it is so great. But at the same time, over here, we're going to be quick now. If you're over here, it's going to be a massive icon attraction from the park to add on to the collection. So talking about cars though, not as good for Raiders and Spring Races one bit, but still a really good fun ride. Next up, we're going to take a road trip with the cars. Ka-chow!
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Sally.
Salut Sally. Hey, salut Cruz. Admirez le plus gros écran de roue du monde. Ka-chow!
Ooh, the Ghost Garage, I'd be dying to get out. What? The Penguin has an aftershock every few minutes? Ah, nous y voilà.
Bien, nous allons marquer un court arrêt dans le canyon.
Wow, pile à l'heure.
That's a bit toasty.
What a rush! That was incredible! Et sa statue de lisité. Oh, I can't wait to see what Mater's done now.
Bonjour tout le monde. J'ai le plaisir de vous présenter ma dernière création.
Route 66 was so much fun. Now I just want us all to go back and meet it, read it, and repeat it.
Ka-chow! We are just taking a route down Route 66, haven't we, Hugo?
We have. Do you know, I have to say, cars road trip during the day, it's alright. Do it because it's a short queue.
At
night time, it's actually
really
very
good.
different.
Yeah, we did it at night time before, and I don't really get why there's that right there still. I mean, we've got some really good cars
Don't get me wrong,
rides.
that is cool. Look at the Float Cafe.
Okay, it's like a little one, and it's really cool. Of course, this was made before Cars Road Trip was, but yeah, really nice ride that one is. And it just kind of often gets a long queue, so we don't really do it. But
It really makes me think, if they do this Cars Land, you just know they'll do it well because they've already tried it with this.
Yeah.
Cars Road Trip's done well.
I mean, if anything, just move the rides over. Can use this ride, of course.
They could do. I mean, they've literally got they've literally got Mates of Junkyard Jamboree, or of course the different versions of Halloween and Christmas in California. So you know, it's the exact same ride as that in a way. I know that has like a different sort of system, but pretty much I know it's like alien squared saucers, but still. Pretty similar to that. So as you said, like,
and as you as well, we tried it out of every area, so like,
it did.
and it's been successful as well. It's not like it's.
Yeah. I mean, I know these weren't built very near each other, but it's like they were sort of testing whether cars would go down well. Like it was like a test run, but clearly it has. I mean, they all usually have the queue, so.
I know. Bringing it up right now, Anima Chic Theatre. We always talk about. Why is it talking about Anima Chic? He speaks out his memories when we were younger. What Anima Chic?
We were going to do it last time, but then.
Yeah, well, I'm a musician. No, Anima Chic. Anima Chic was the classic.
Oh, it was incredible.
I was thinking a song for you guys, but I don't want you to turn off the camera. But that song is just amazing. The show's great.
It's just incredible. I mean, like you know me, like I don't like songs that much. I'm not songs. I don't like sort of theatres and stuff like that too much, like shows in terms of that. But that was the one show where I always loved it. It was incredible. I know times move on, but come on. Can you just do one show?
They are bringing a Pixar thing, aren't they, over to us now in the future? So, how it's going to be? I think I prefer that idea than Mickey Magician.
Yeah, I thought, I think because we used to watch it all the time, I think Mickey and Magician was a bit of a like that. But I think Pixar's going to be good. And as I said, times need to move on. I know Anima Chic right now, it wouldn't be very good, but I love it.
Look at Thea, that's incredible. It just has the greatest park is. Every little thing about it, and it's just, I can't go over it. But right now, we're now making our way over towards to get some food, to get some burgers and stuff, because we're a little package. We've still got about an hour or two left of our day. I should go down to it.
It's so big, it's crazy. Like, I mean, when you see it on photos, you think it looks big, and when you get here, it is literally bigger.
Yeah.
So,
we're making our way down here to get some food, because we've got around 2 hours left. Unfortunately, website is not currently open, so the only ones we want to do really is the park, Slingo Dash and the parachute drop.
And
so
Precious Coast, mate.
Yeah, but that one I think is unlikely today, because we're just a show on the Tower at the end. So we're going to get some food right now. We're going to try to do some more rides before then finally, as earlier, watching the show. Doesn't look too bad of a queue though for this, which is quite good. Well, we just had a little bit of food from over there, and to be honest, the food was very, very nice. We did not have too much, however, it was pretty crazy getting into it at the starters.
Well, it looked really busy, but once you get your mobile, I'd actually recommend getting the mobile ordering, because once we got the mobile ordering, it was so quick.
We would suggest that in Florida and California videos to go mobile ordering, because that's a lot better there. Here it's not as easy as in Florida and California, however, it's still easy, it's still efficient, and
it's not as bad.
key.
And listen, as long as you get used to it, it's not as bad. Like, I believe when you mobile order, you have to actually click onto your email and then say I'm here, and then that will give you the code to then go through.
And the reason why the podcast is your face is because right now we are waiting for the show over on the Tower of Terror. It's a special finale show of the 30th thing, but it is also very exciting to watch this new show, see what it has to offer. Never seen anything like this before, to be honest.
I mean, well, we've seen D-Light before, and then we saw the King's Island, like, sort of a drone show as such, but we've never seen drones and fireworks and also projections as well.
And out of all shows here that's currently on, this is the one that I wanted to see, so...
It actually came on a couple of months ago as well.
I think this month, yeah.
Actually, maybe January. January. January the 18th.
Very big. So yeah, it's got busy. Around 20 minutes to go till it does begin. So we'll stand here, we'll keep you guys updated, and then when it does come on, of course, we'll show you some clips of this very exciting show.
Attention recruits. Training protocol will end in 15 minutes. Thank you. Launching special protocol in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch and learn, now that you're in the presence of greatness. As if we were one single tribe.
Thank you for training with us today.
From one park to the next, we're now off to Disneyland Park. Once again, look forward to heading here. Wow, what an amazing show over at Walt Disney Studio Park. Unfortunately, the drones were not on, which knowing our luck is not a surprise. You see Jen's cool hat behind me right there, which, to be honest, the drones are a shame, but that show was so good itself. They didn't actually need the drones, it worked so well. The projection mapping was awesome. Never seen it done before actually on Tower of Terror, which is really nice to see. But overall, the music, the characters, I'm not a big Marvel fan. I mean, I've only seen one Marvel film, or two. Got both Guardians of the Galaxy films before we went on the ride over there. So I haven't actually seen any films at all. But I love the music, I love the atmosphere, I love all the little effects, like when they like shot the bullet and it went off over like the edge. It was really, really nice to do. So yeah, if you come over here, we'll make one show. Of course, if you've never come to Disney before, watch one on the car, so that's a classic. You've got to watch that, it gets a little emotional at the end. If you've been here even once before, go and watch that show on Tower of Terror, because that is really, really good. But I'm going to go Jane actually, because you're a bit of a Marvel fan. How did you find that show?
Yeah, it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I think it was actually really good without the drones.
Yeah, there's so much to take in as well, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think if they did the drones, it'd be a bit like, wow, looking like everywhere. But yeah, it was very good. I like the finale and how
at the end, when you think it's over, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Comes back again. Oh yeah, there's a little sneak at the end. We literally put the camera away and then it came up. So the station to us at the end. Do not put your phones away when you think it's at the end. Little surprise. Naturally, that was actually the best bit of projection mapping in the whole show, the end bit.
It was. I mean, I actually liked, there was a bit in the middle actually, I can't remember which bit it was, but I quite like that projection mapping. But I was actually saying to Tom earlier, I said, you know what, this is like how Disney used to be.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of years, especially on the castle shows, they've gone off from
Yeah, it kind of went just to IP, but it's just like projecting it straight on the castle, rather than using the elements of the castle to make it work. Yeah. You look at the last scene of that thing, you saw the brickwork, but it all worked with it.
It's like, I remembered when Main Street had all projections down the whole Main Street, like building and everything.
Well, one thing I remember, I know a scene, but it's a scene with Princeton the Frog actually, where you had the villain, and I don't know how like a spinning turrets and stuff, and I remember it really utilised the castle itself, like over here, in such a nice way.
So good at like the Marvel show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah, I'm so pleased with how they've started to use projections again. You know, even though the
Whoa!
very flashy. Yeah, even though the drones like weren't working, of course, you know, I can still enjoy the show. Like even if they say, oh, your drone's not working, hang around because you get some awesome projections. It's not like the main castle show where you don't really get the main projections. You still get to appreciate the projections, the fireworks go off, and
and of course, we will be seeing our coaching, but once that's finishing, heading over towards the empty Frontierland, and we say that starts the rest of the day, when you're all taking into account, well, the park's at night, but ends the best time.
It is.
But a little half an hour behind where everyone else is queuing down there towards the fireworks show.
I've literally got 30
I know, and you watch how we do it, it's 9:34, something we do. I mean, every single path's empty, as the further it gets on the empty again,
honestly, you get
right to walk on.
To Indiana Jones, honestly, it's just empty. You get the whole adventure to yourself, basically.
Yeah, and the further
it's
it
incredible.
Everyone's like going down, there's not many people going this way at the moment, everyone's going this way to go towards the show. It's completely empty, it's a great under the rise, and also, ride's the best at this time. I mean, like, and that's the kind of start of it. When you're at night, you get to really experience the ride. Of course, focus on outdoor rides. We wanted to do the Haunted Mansion again, but we just thought, you know what, we have to go outdoor. Yeah, sorry. I can get through that one. It's really easy to get through.
It's really weird because most of them are called Haunted Mansion. I know there's one in Hong Kong Disneyland called Mystic Manor, I believe. But yeah, most of them are called Haunted Mansions. So.
Yeah, so our first one of the day is going to be big, well, first one of the evening, will be Big Thunder Mountain, and we're not 100% sure it's going to be a walking queue or not at the moment, because still is half an hour to go. Currently, after 15 minutes, which is still amazing. But, I think...
I'm not sure, we've got like 25 minutes to join it at the end, I don't know.
Well, I don't think
Indiana Jones is 5.
Oh, I'll have to have a look into it, but it looks pretty awkward. I mean, like, it looks pretty good. So we might as well go on the route right now because obviously it's short on time, and you never know, it might be a walk-on queue for this amazing ride. Let's go. It is now 10:02 and we are making our way around. Big Thunder Mountain literally has got a walk on. I mean, when we got to the end of there, literally there's people waiting in the station, but not everyone within this lane.
We could have stayed on the train, but we decided to head off to Indiana Jones and Temple de Peril.
We're trying to unlock, that sounds crazy, we're trying to unlock to get on Indiana Jones.
As you can see,
yeah, it's literally
10 minutes. So we're trying, but
and to be honest, I always say as well, one of my favourite things to do is walk through events at night,
and we want to show you how empty it really is. So I know I said to you earlier that literally whenever you come down here, it will be empty, even if fight's not on.
Yeah, I know.
Come down here and we'll show you literally.
If I live near here, I would just come in the evening to sit in this area because there's really good photos and stuff, and we always go for quite quick because we very much ride. But I mean, this is busy, really busy for this area.
There's absolutely no one that is hot.
I know, exactly. You get to take it all in, and one of the best areas. I would say up there, the best areas in the world.
Yeah, I'd say it's other Galaxy's Edge, and I know some of you think, what, like, but
it's
seriously,
underrated area.
Incredible. It's so underrated.
But when I go towards Indiana Jones, how's Big Thunder Mountain?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, Big Thunder Mountain is amazing. Honestly, at night that coaster just shines as well. I mean, literally with the lights, but I mean, no, honestly, it's a great coaster. And yeah, it's just so much fun. As I said earlier, it's fun for all the family, and even at night as well. It does a little bit more of a thrill, of course, but it's always a great coaster. Yeah, I love it. It's amazing. So
exactly. So we're now to the next Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. Are we going to get done another ride, or is that going to be our final ride of the day? Only time will tell. Back up the temple we go, and another walk on queue, very nice. With a camera clear, can literally just like get on. Back train. Indiana Jones son, we've got 4 minutes left, so we're running as fast as we can to get over towards Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Here we go. No back in right now. Let's see the other tower though, it's pretty cool. And here we go. We made it. We made it over here. I don't know what time it is now. What time is it?
Yes, let's go.
What time is it?
Please.
58. Oh, we did that time. Plenty of time. That's good. We did it.
You could have realistically spent what you wanted to.
Yeah. But we also Drake as well, so
we're going to see the hype.
Well, we saw so much of it. We'll give you honestly our best. I'll give you both rides. Well, that's a good fun amount of it, but it was really good. Oh, thank God we made it. No queue like this for us. One of the best rides when the fireworks were on too, and we were walking straight on. Crazy ride. Give me a choo-choo, Hugo. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. So did we just give you a choo-choo? Awesome, there we go, yeah. Oh, there. There's the queue on. Literally, walks on. And even after running to our final ride, which was once again amazing, we are back walking fast again now to beat the crowds of the fireworks. And a fun fact, I know we're blocking off here, there was actually an exit right here, and also it works all day. No one ever realised it, which is an amazing pass-through. It's like a shogun on a maze, just like that. Go under here because it leads you directly down towards where the arcade is, which anyone who do not know is a little walk-through, and it was really, really handy. But as we got out pretty quickly to avoid the parade crowds, JAYDEN, how did you find? Oh, there's more. How did you find? Start from the start. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones is very good. Also, if you look to the left, you can see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I know. Not now.
If it's on a clear day.
Yeah, that's it.
Lights is lit up.
Yeah, I know. It was really cool. You'll do that actually.
Yeah, it was a good ride, and the Big Thunder Mountain was really good at night and the fireworks front. You know, we kind of missed that.
Yeah, we saw the smoke after it. Yeah. Oh, amazing. But yeah, I say you could also charge to this, but of course we've asked people to get out of here now to avoid these massive crowds and leaving the park and everything. It's really just the best way to do it. But yeah, Indiana Jones is amazing. Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah,
2 rides.
I literally said Big Thunder.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I was going.
How to see the fireworks?
Oh yeah, no, that was something now. Here you go. Yeah, 2 rides. Well, 3 rides in a matter of 24 minutes. I didn't know there's anything.
I know, Tom. I know there's doing well, but then there's doing well.
I know.
We managed to take off so much. We saw the drones from the castle in Indiana Jones, and we saw the fireworks from Big Thunder Mountain.
I know.
We've done so well today. I mean, from the moment we got here to the moment we've maximised our day.
I know. One of the first Gavin music plays. We do wish you could have gotten that one, but to be honest, you got to think, okay, these 3 rides that we've done on a summer's day, you're looking easily at best around 3 hours and a half, 40 fun.
Yeah, and we got 1 ride done in approximately every 8 minutes. We got 1 ride done, which of course Big Thunder and of course as well Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. So
exactly. So that's absolutely incredible. We did so well. Now getting out, we're still to avoid the crowds and leaving. We've done extremely well right now. But I think, as I mentioned before, the music is very loud in 1 second to get out of here. So be aware of that when coming over here. But yeah, get them out of here. Even if you're watching the parade, get them out early. Avoid those crowds walking out. You still get out by 10:30ish. I mean, get to the cabin around 11. We're going to bed and ready for another very exciting day tomorrow. But just what we leave these right now, and a little shock of the castle. We'll get out of this park and give you our final review of our day. Here he goes. Whilst the Circle of Life music plays in the background and we walk past the Disneyland Hotel, which funny enough HUGO still hasn't been into yet, as well as actually Small World, I think it is time to talk about a day that we've had over Disneyland Paris. From going into a maze this morning, to going to Casey Jr., to going playing tennis in the hotel, to just now we just did 3 rides in 24 minutes. It has been absolutely phenomenal. The amount we've achieved, the amount we literally had, I don't know, 3 or 4 meals today. I mean, we've just done so much. We've known the shops, we've been on the, oh god, we've just done an endless amount of stuff. We've watched shows. I think if you're coming over here, try to maximise yourself. I mean, guys, like, it's an amazing place. And yes, the tickets aren't cheap by any means, but as I always say with Disney, you get what you pay for. You come here, you come to the UK parks, you're looking at around 60, 70 quid for a ticket. You get maybe 5 hours in the park, packed, whereas here, you pay, I don't know, into a ballpark here, around 120, 130 quid each. But you come here, you literally get a full day, you do so many other things. It's just
at a theme
park.
An actual like themed park, not your Merlin theming, an actual theming.
Yeah, a theming where you can walk around for the entire day, not do any rides, and still say you've achieved something amazing. That's all level of theming. This place, is undescribable. I always say it as it, and I'll say it again. It is a bit of heaven as came down to earth.
And do you know what? The camera will never do it justice.
No, never ever. I mean, we showed you hundreds of videos. I remember before you went for your first time. A year ago, you didn't even go for your first time, even 3 times. But I remember saying to you, I can max it up as much as I want, and it will always get better. And every visit, we always think it gets better as well.
Every time you visit is always better, because the thing is, you may think, oh, the first time's the best because you're so excited. No. It's weird because you get so excited, like you know how good it is, so it gets you more excited because you know how good it is.
It's absolutely crazy. And I mean, look at this. That is what we call a theme bar, and that's the worst park in many people around the whole Disney property. I mean, that is just crazy. But Hugo, start with you, who's just talking already. Your entire day, how's it been?
This day's gone amazing. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better start of the day because we've done everything we've wanted to, managed to relax, managed to do a bit of tennis, come back and still managed to get everything we've done in the Studios Park and do the amount of runs we did when we got into the main park.
Didn't tell you the trains under there.
I know, we've just done it, but today's been so amazing, we've just done it so well.
It has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to Jade. I'm just going to talk to Adam in the car, it's starting to rain right now, but we've got to get your reviews, of course. How's your day been?
My day has been absolutely amazing. I've loved every bit of it, and it's Disney, so you're going to love everything.
Exactly.
And yeah, we got so much done for the little time we had. Well, not the little time we had. Yeah, well done. Yeah, and there's still like 1 or 2 more days.
I know. It's amazing because today's nothing we really have to do. So tomorrow and next day we just enjoy it. We just do what we love. Of course, so many more videos, so many different things. But when we go off to Paris, of course, in 2 days' time, we're not going to turn around and go, oh, I need to do the other stuff, because today we've maxed my day.
We've really pushed it, but it doesn't even feel like we pushed it. But I'll explain it on the car.
Yeah, so we're going to go right now.
Raining.
It's raining, it's pouring, and it's time now to get in the car and go from Disney. Back in the nice warm car now, and I'm making our way out of these car parks. And a little fun fact for you guys, these solar panels up here are not only going to be able to power the whole of Disney, but also the whole of the Disney Circle property around here, including stuff like Val d'Europe, and all the like, House on Air, which is actually crazy to think about.
And I think Davey Crocket as well, is that right?
Yeah. Everything Disney owned.
So even out the circle a little bit, yeah.
So everything Disney owned, all the property in Paris, they're going to basically generate the power from these solar panels. And of course, the car park is huge. I mean, it's still going on right now. But that's a little fun fact for you guys as we do make our way out right now. Disneyland Paris, so as Hugo and Jane were saying, it is a phenomenal place. The amount of day, I was wishing we could get a ride count for you guys, but even just think about it. I mean, I know in the main park we do every ride but like 2 rides we want to do, which of course is a 3 rides. Speedway, Star Tours, and and of course Buzz Lightyear.
And like, they're the main ones that we want to do. They're not every ride, of course, but the main ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Studio Park, the ones that we missed out on was where the entrance as well was Web Slingers, Slingers in Spin, as well as of course the parachute drop. Yeah. So they were only. Yeah. But one which is like you have to go and do last or near the end.
I think we'll probably do it tomorrow though.
I think that makes quite a bit. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because problem with that park it closed a bit earlier, so it's
it does. And then you won't have room for the other park. It's like it's quite a hard one to do that one. But I feel like if you jump in the queue, maybe around 10 minutes too, because it actually goes about half an hour today because of the firework, the drone. Sorry. So I reckon you could probably squeeze it in. But
I think if you get it near, let's say we go in there like 8 o'clock, 7:30 tomorrow. It's still going to have a lot quieter queue, and we get some time in the park as well, because some of us want to do it at night in the park, which like stuff like 100 Mountains, stuff that would be nice to do at night.
It's worth noting that in the Studio Park, the Web Slingers, the other Adventures one, and Terra all closed early because of the show. So don't think or do them last ride. You're not going to.
That is a very good point. Actually, we completely forgot to mention that. Yeah, that is true. Well, because obviously the fireworks set off like behind Terra, but I'm not sure exactly where, but I think somewhere around that area. Of course, Web Slingers is close to Terra, and then Flyboss as well. I mean, I don't really know why it shuts, but yeah.
Exactly, well, because no one wants to ride it, basically. I don't know. But no, today's been so good. I can't even go through, and we're just on the way out, me and Dad were talking to each other, we're like, oh yeah, we did that, oh yeah, we did that, oh you did it. It feels like, easily it feels like 3 days in one. If we left Disneyland Paris right now, and we're on the way home, we'd be like, wow, that was an amazing trip. We've had one day.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Apart from exploring down Disney Village, we normally done an entire trip.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we did like loads. It's been insane. But that's the thing. It didn't feel rushed. Like, it wouldn't say we felt like we rushed today. It felt quite sort of chilled out, even though we did, of course, do tons of attractions. But it felt like we'd like chill out a little bit, take some nice walks, especially on the hotel. We had a nice couple of walks on the hotel, and you know, it's been really nice today. And of course, getting back on all the coasters again. But seriously, Disney is something special. Like, you'll probably know about all the TV shows and everything, but even if you love TV shows and all that, please come down to the parks. Doesn't matter which one you go to, just go into any park. I mean, I love Disneyland Paris, but literally go to any Disney park.
And of course, we are obsessed with Disney, but
we are. To
be honest, at the end of the day, even if you're not massively obsessed with it, it's still amazing.
I mean, honestly, I don't get how someone couldn't be impressed with like the theming and the level of detail they go into, especially with their dark rides. Like, it's ridiculous. And we did Parts Go Into, didn't we?
Yeah, lots of others like exactly. We're going to do this the whole way home.
Yeah.
Lots of people have this representation that Disney is just made for kids and stuff like that. And yeah, it's got Fantasyland, which is like Peter Pan Flight, Pinocchio, stuff like that is kind of what people think it is. But there's so much more. So, I mean, going to Tower of Terror or Indiana Jones, the last one we just shot around the track at crazy speed.
It was crazy. I mean, honestly, I don't think we explained it, but that Indiana Jones ride, I don't know which trim rates were turned off. I think the top one was turned off where you go around the second turn. I think that was turned off. So we were literally hauling around the whole track. It was ridiculously fast, but it was pretty cool. So
it was very, very awesome. And the reason why I'm kind of continuing a little bit on is because we literally remember to Davey Crocket, and we started the video in the car park. See what I did there? And that was Davey Crocket, see how quick the journey is. But no, your review of the day, how was that, Adam?
Oh, you know what?
There's lots of Davey Crocket just down there.
Yeah, it's just down there actually. But you know, as I said, it's been amazing to go to Disneyland Paris again. Honestly, it's a really nice park, and I'm just saying, like, I literally love how, of course, the French are here and everything. I think they make the park for me. Of course, along with the cast members, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the French really make it. Like, it's so nice seeing all of them out here, and of course, experiencing that whole Disney park.
European culture. It's not enough like going to Disney park and different language.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you know, I just really enjoy it because I mean, like, I've got to say as well, if you're coming down here, a lot of them are really good at English, especially like the cast members. Yeah. They're incredible at English. Like, honestly, we've had no trouble every time we've been. So yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, we rarely ever have any sort of issues with it at all. They're all very fluent, and I think they kind of have to know both languages from here because everything from the signs to the.
You do have to.
Do you? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Everything from the signs, everything like that has to. Of course, they're not going to be like doing all the. If you give them like kind of a phrase with an English or something. Like in a nutshell, for example, we might think, what has in a nutshell?
Yeah,
but
that's understandable.
At the end of the day, they know pretty much everything in English. You give them a number, they tell you what road to go on in English. Everything you need to know. Food orders are all final again. Yeah, it's very, very good. And I wouldn't worry if you're going over here. But overall today, your day's been great, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it couldn't be bad. Like, legit, I've never had a bad Disney.
And there's the full entrance. That's how quick the journey is, guys. Amazing, right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think you could ever have a bad day at Disneyland Paris or any Disney park. It's truly something special, and you need to come in to experience it. Like, it's expensive, yes, but it's just incredible.
Plus money, as I said, we the time it's been open for, the amount we've done in these amount of days. I mean, you break it down per hour of how many rides and what you've done, everything. It really is worth it at the end of the day. And another thing I want to point out as well, you do have to go through a little ticket booth as well when you go into what you're doing right now. But yeah, my day opinion, it has been absolutely amazing. Everything about it, from the theming to the scenery to just even eating the food in the middle of the day, just blowing me away today. So much so, I can't really describe right now, but I hope the camera has somewhat depicted what our day was like today, because there's so much more than what the camera shows. But yeah, just come for yourself, experience it. It is amazing. Just like the Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney Studio Park, Davey Crocket, and we're going to be back for more starting tomorrow. See you guys later.